NBA fans, welcome back to my channel, Jordan vs. LeBron. Okay, we're in the playoffs, and if you're new to this channel, we bring the stats, we bring the facts, and we're going through Jordan's entire career from his rookie season, regular season, playoffs, and finals. We're going through every year. If they made the playoffs, if they made the finals, um, same with LeBron, going through his rookie season all the way until, he's still playing in the regular season, the playoffs, and the finals, if he made the finals. So we did LeBron's regular season. Now we're going into his playoffs. We're on the fourth season for both. And we're going season for season. Um, as I said in my past videos, you want we did Jordan's fourth season when Pippen came into the league and saved Jordan. It's you want to go back and you want to look at the regular season in the playoffs that we did that video. It's pretty incredible. You're gonna see some stuff that you've never been told before. You kind of been lied to. So what we're looking for LeBron, as I said in the past, before we get into this video, for people who just, jumped in the middle, we're looking from LeBron's rookie season on to the third season, or in the fourth season, to see, did he exceed all the hype and the expectations? And like I said, if you go back and look at my past videos, we haven't seen LeBron so far exceed expectations. And what was the expectations? That he was the most hyped player ever. More than Bird, Magic, Kareem, Wilt, all these guys. So, again, we need to see that he at least did what they did or exceeded what they did the first four seasons that he's been in the league. Okay? We don't care about he was 18 years old. You're the one that put this on the 18-year-old. He was called the king. Oh, somebody else called him the king. Well, again, like I said in the past, if somebody calls me the king and I got to come into the NBA, I'm looking at all the legends that came into the NBA and saw what they done to be legends. So I got to live up to that standard, or I got to be better than that, actually, because I got to exceed the most hype ever. I got to. They said I was the most hyped player coming into the league, more than Magic, Bird, Wilt, Kareem, Jordan. So I got to exceed those expectations of being the most hype. If I can't do it, or if I didn't do it, it's kind of a failure of what my hype was. You can't have it both ways. I was 18, but I was the king, but I was the most hyped. Okay, am I saying the guy has been trash? No, I'm not trying to say he was trash. But again, rookie season, minus 144. Missed the playoffs, wasn't an all-star. What hype did he exceed? Okay, the expectations was exceeding his hype. Season 2, missed the playoffs. Made the all-star, but he missed the playoffs with a all-star teammate. You guys would still be killing Michael Jordan if he missed the playoffs with an all-star teammate. Okay. Next. Oh, in his rookie season, he shot 41%. Right, 41% from the field, because we talk about 20 points per game. He shot 41%. And how did he get rookie of the year? Carmelo Anthony was a plus on his plus minus. So we went into the third season. Like I said, if you go back and look at the third season, as I keep saying these things because I know new people are coming to this channel, he took a 3-2 lead. I think it was in the first round of the playoffs against Detroit. 3-2 lead going back home to close it out, and he melted down. So he goes back to Detroit and he melts down again. That was his first playoff meltdown. Okay, we don't want to talk about it because he was young, but we want to talk about all the stats he did when he was young. That was his first meltdown. We haven't seen a meltdown in the playoffs with Jordan yet, and he already made 4 playoffs in 4 seasons. All he did was break records. Yeah, he got swept. You're going against 5 Hall of Famers in the best of 5. They changed the rules for these guys so they can go best of 7, so they can get more stats, so they can play more games, so they don't get swept. All this stuff, they did this for these players, okay? If you go against 5 Hall of Famers in the first round and you don't get swept, those Hall of Famers are trash, okay? 3 top 75 and 2 Hall of Famers. That's all I'm going to say. Shaq's been swept in the best of 7 so many times, it ain't even funny. But let's get into this. And Shaq had help. Jordan didn't have one All-Star teammate, and let's get back to LeBron. 2007 playoffs. Let's look at these numbers that he put up. I think he played. He played the Nets. Jason Kidd. He wasn't an All-Star that year. Correct me if I was wrong. Vince Carter was on that team. He made the All-Star. You already know about him. He's he's a meltdown artist. I don't know why he's even in the Hall of Fame, because he can dunk. He come on now. I don't mean to cut the man down, but I mean, come on, man. He's been living off that dunk contest for his whole career. So he beat one. He beat 2 Hall of Famers there, but Jason Kidd wasn't even an All-Star. And then you go to, well, the first round he beat the Wizards. They didn't even have Gilbert Arenas, which he's not a Hall of Famer anyways. I don't think he would have beat LeBron anyways, because Gilbert Arenas, he's not really a team player. He's not fundamentally sound, and he's just all about scoring. So we're going to give LeBron props for those 2 playoff wins that he had. Okay. And as you're going to see later, he ended up beating Detroit. And we have that graph for you, that image and that video for you later on, because this is the same year that Jordan played the Pistons, the bad boy Pistons. And then you had LeBron that played the 2007 Pistons. We're going to have that for you. And we're going to compare the first time both of them in each of them, their 4th year, they both played the Pistons, okay? And they were both defensive teams. So we're going to put that video up for you later, but we're going to get into LeBron's finals next. And as we can see for the playoffs, this is what he put up: 30 points per game, 8-point rebounds. We have 5.8 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.7 blocks, 5 turnovers per game, 47% field goal percentage, in 33.3 3-point percentage, and free throw 73%. Now, the big elephant in the room is, what are we looking at? We're looking at the plus minus. This guy was a minus 49 for the playoffs. So I'm assuming we can assume that. You can go back and look at it. But I'm assuming in every playoff series that he was more of a minus than he was a plus for the whole series, for the Nets series, for the Washington series, and for the Detroit series. That's what I'm assuming. Okay. So, but for the entire playoffs, he was a minus 49. Let's go to that. Plus minus. If you're a minus, that means you're a liability to your team. He was a liability to his team while he was on the floor. His team could do better without him. Okay, and look at these 30 points per game, 8 rebounds. Look at this. Turnovers per game, 5. When he was shooting a 3, 33%. free throw, 73%. So he wasn't doing good at these in these categories. He was a liability to his team in these categories. Okay, he was turning the ball over 5 times a game. Woo! In the playoffs. 3 point average. He averaged 4.8, but only hit 1.6. Nobody knows why this guy keeps shooting threes. He never had a good 3 point season yet, and he's firing away. 73, 73.7 from the line. He was a liability on the line. So they knew that back then. Put this guy on the line. That's why you got a lot of videos and images of him being grabbed in the early 2000s because put this guy on the line. I don't know what these guys don't get these days. You put this guy on the line, you're going to beat him. Okay? Yeah, they was grabbing Jordan and putting him on the line, but they was taking a chance to see if he was going to miss the free throws. He was a good free throw shooter. But put him on the line anyway. Maybe we'll have a chance. You put LeBron on the line, you have a really good chance of winning that game because he's a liability on the line. So, um, to me, this is another meltdown playoffs. To me, okay, we haven't even gotten to the finals yet. For when he beat the Pistons, and we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the finals, but yeah, this is a meltdown right here. Well, so 2 playoffs, 2 meltdowns, and you say he carried a bunch of nobodies to the finals? How can you carry a bunch of nobodies to the finals when you was a liability to your team? Okay, I want you guys to like, subscribe, tell me what you think, comment. I mean, this is why we put up the stats because you cannot refute what we're saying. All the media can do is talk and hype it up and make it look good so you guys don't go back and look at the numbers. Okay? If if they just talk and make it look pretty, hey, that's what you're going to do. You're not going to go and do the work, but we're doing the work. Tell me what you think.